Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Now listen, this is your Ebola update. You know, Ebola is centered in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, right and square in the center of Africa, and they're trying to keep it there. They're trying to keep it from spreading in the neighboring countries like Kenya and Uganda. There's been cases in Uganda. Here's the thing. This disease, war, is helping to spread and move this disease. In the Democratic Republic of the Congo, war and violence is helping to move, and the disease doesn't care. It really doesn't care. If you give it the ability to spread, it'll spread. Now, one of the big problems in our modern society is the fact that we have airplanes and we can fly all over the place very quickly. We can go halfway around the earth in less than a day with airplanes. A lot of airplanes fly out of Africa. So far, they've been keeping it contained in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. But just like the Democratic Republic of the Congo is under war, if we get chaotic conditions, what we really need to fight this disease is we need a uniformed response that is coordinated and also is very orderly. We need order and precision to fight this disease. And war is counter to that. It's counterproductive to that, and it creates confusion. And in the confusion, the disease uses this as a tool to enable it to spread. So let's get started. Let's open up the charts right here, and let's take a look at what's going on. DRC, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Ebola deaths top 1,500. So today, I'm doing a new report because the Ebola deaths just topped 1,500. More cases in the Turu province. In the capital. Now, what is upsetting about all of this is, in these new cases, they're reporting that there was 2 new cases in a city called Bunai. It's the capital of Ituri province, and it's home to, now this is the important part, it's home to 366,000 people. So this is a medium-sized city. This is not a huge city, but it's not a small city either. You get 366,000 people. We're not talking about a small city here. Just in the past 3 days, 2 definite cases of Ebola in Bunai. 366,000 people in Bunai. Now this represents a huge problem, because of those 2 people that have come down with Ebola, there's probably a lot of other people out there who have come in contact with them, and then those other people who have come in contact with them haven't come in contact with other people. They have to try to track all those people down, and in a war-torn country, this is very difficult. And this city alone, with 366,000 people, could allow this disease to basically really grow. So in this city where they had the 2 new cases, the city that has 366,000 people, it drawed the health minister had to go. He had to go because this is bad. There's 366,000 people there, and so they drawed the health minister in to check up on it. And it said that they visited the city, and they've met with provincial officials to assess the status of the response in the area of the city, according to the DRC Health Ministry. Yesterday, they said. The Health Ministry reported that the case in Bunai, that's the city with 366,000 people, involving a contact of an earlier case in Ramwara Health Zone who had refused to follow up and vaccinate. In March, the city reported an infection of a 6-month-old baby. The recent cases bring the total in the city up to 4. The city has been preparing for the arrival of more cases. and several months they have put mechanisms in place quickly. Well, it doesn't say what these mechanisms are. Mechanisms, what is that? It says the health minister said putting public health measures in place is one thing, but it is mainly the community that has to take ownership, accept protective measures, and also vaccination as a way to break the chain of transmission. Now, this city that has 366,000 people has only one Ebola transit center. So, they've got one center with a few beds. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Maybe a dozen beds. I don't know. But you got a city of 366,000 people there. And this transit center that they have there is where the people with suspected Ebola infection stay to await their test results. So this could easily get under control because they've only got one of these transit centers in a city of 366,000 people. We got cases of Ebola popping up in the city right now. A city of 366,000 people. Only one place they can go, this transit center. And it's probably a small building in Africa. Now, I'm not putting Africa down in any way, but an awful lot of their buildings aren't very big. They don't have a lot of money like over here in the West. It's probably no bigger than a lot of your average homes out there, this building that they've got as their transit center. It may even be a lot smaller. And this is the only place they can go while they await their test results. Well, it says efforts are underway to turn this transit center in that city into an Ebola treatment center. So evidently, these efforts are underway, but they're only halfway done. I guess they're trying to bring beds in there and stuff, you know. It sounds to me, from reading this, like they're underprepared, but they're trying to get prepared, but there's a lot to it. Meanwhile, the Ebola doesn't care. It's infecting more people in the city, and there's 366,000 people there that are potential to catch it through this chain of transmission. And they're completely underprepared for this. And you can't blame them. They never saw this coming. It's blindsiding them. And so we got more health workers infected. It brings the total right now of Ebola cases in the Democratic Republic of the Congo to 2,247 in the latest update yesterday. And also there's a lot of suspected cases that they're not reporting yet. As of yesterday, health officials were still investigating another 276 suspected cases. You know, the fatality count's just past 1,500, and so this has been your Ebola report. Thank you guys for tuning in. It looks like this disease is far from being under control yet. In fact, it's still growing in numbers in the Democratic Republic of Congo. We have to hope that it doesn't start to spread into some of these other African countries that are not too far away from the Democratic Republic of Congo. And then what's worse, if it starts to spread out too big, what typically tends to happen is sometimes people will get on flights and actually fly to other places, other countries. This is what happened last time, you know. And there was people that were moving from Africa to other places in the world, and then they come down with Ebola or suspected symptoms, and this creates tremendous fear in the world. I don't think there's any disease in the world that's feared as much as this disease right here. And so stay tuned to this channel to get the news on Ebola, and I'm going to try to give you guys not the news that some of these channels are just trying to promote fear over this disease. I'm giving you the accurate numbers as they came in from the World Health Organization. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe to this channel, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to my other channels. Financial Turmoil Explained, just enter it in your search engine on YouTube, and also the Delta Report, which deals with cryptocurrency. Financial Turmoil Explained deals with the financial system right now. This channel, I've taken up the reporting on Ebola on this channel. Basically, I don't get any money on this channel. This channel is not monetized. I'm basically doing it as a public service because I believe that this disease is on its way to getting more and more serious by the day, the situation, as more and more cases develop and as this disease spreads from its center in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It might be a long time before they get it under control. Listen, thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you guys in the next show. Bye-bye.